Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. There are many situations that are analogous to your relationship with God. When this dear one was young, most of his childhood memories have to do with fighting to feel special. He was the middle child. He was threatened by his younger brother. He just wanted to feel like he was special to his parents. And he did all kinds of machinations to assure that space in the family. His older sister was the problem child, so he was going to be better and less of a problem to his parents. And for the most part, he tried to annihilate his younger brother. Based on the theory of taking an axe to your neighbor's dining room set will make your dining room set look better. Didn't really work, but it was an endless struggle to establish his specialness. Later in life, when he got married, his wife had a very, very different experience. She was an only child. And she did not like being an only child. In the same way that he had fantasized about being an only child, she had fantasized about having siblings. There was a family in the little townhouse next door, and they had 4 girls. And his wife just wished she had sisters, someone to play with and someone to share things with. Meanwhile, the 4 girls and their parents had to share one bathroom. So whatever it was all relative. One of the things that he and she, when comparing notes, found was that for some reason, the kindest people that they ever met were their parents' friends. That whenever the parents' friends would come over, they would be genuinely kind to her and to him. Hi, honey, how are you doing? Genuinely interested, no threat. That to them, you were their friend's child, and so you were loved. When his wife got to college, it was the first time she ever had roommates. And she was shocked to find that people could be selfish and mean and take your clothing when you weren't looking and cliquish. And so her fantasy of having siblings was crushed by having roommates. In the relative plane of the ego, it's always a zero-sum game. Somebody wins and somebody loses. Somebody's special and somebody isn't. Years later, when this dear one heard about my life and heard Christian theology, the same feelings came back. God so loved the earth that he gave his only begotten Son. And this one thought, here we go again. I guess I'm just one of the other siblings, not too important, and certainly not special. Jesus is God's Son, and I certainly am not. He's perfect, and I'm full of sin. It was not at all comforting. It was years and years later, through other teachings, that he came to realize that because really of what I went through, that it was possible that every human being was God's only begotten son or daughter. And that changed things. It took the relative nature of love away. Love is the only thing that the more you give, the more you have. And it allows you to see your brothers and sisters all as the only begotten children of God. No one is a threat to you. Everyone you meet is like the child of your beloved friend. You can see strangers and have this thought: how are you doing, honey? How are you doing? With no worry about relativity. You are interacting with the only begotten Son of God or daughter of God. And what you share is genuine love. Allow this to sink in. Everyone is special in the highest sense of the word, because everyone is of God, made by God, an extension of God. Be the Christ that you are, that you've always been, and extend love to every only begotten son and daughter you meet. And feel that love flow through you and from you and to you. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.